Ladies and gentlemen, we are off to the races. One last slot for our semi-finals. Will it be NAVI? Will it be TheMongolz? We start with a pick of NAVI here on Mirage. CT starts. Julies primed and ready towards the A ramp. Mzinho looking to fend off this A attack. We've got one smoke and a Molotov. Glocks across the board and waiting to pounce, Alex. In we go.
Yeah, Mzinho's got a lot of responsibility on his shoulders here. Now the block smoke's going to do nothing. Starts to unload with the dual Berettas and a good connection from JL into the site, comfortable. Smoke up and bomb should go down uncontested. Trying to format a retake here. Techno coming in from that CT side. They're partnered up, fighting for it, and oh, damn, Bit just takes a clean headshot. Long range dink as well towards Bit, or a Goosh to be specific. No helmets in the pistol. 910 does arrive now on the scene of the crime. Senzu low, hoping that his teammates can start chipping in. One more headshot and it becomes an interesting one. Wonderful, however, is provided onto Senzu, and time, unfortunately, seems to be running thin for the Mongols.
Yeah, it looks like we might be done here. Decent attempt, a couple of nice frags there, but NAVI swarmed the bomb site as Wonderful confirms the round. Mongols only get 2 kills in the end. Begs the question, we'll see a force buy in the second, but I don't think we will.
Wonderful. Janko Paunovic, wonderful. This guy seems to have the most volatile performances. He goes from looking like the star in the NAVI roster to looking like the antithesis of that. Where do you stand on a volatile AWPer?
It's not my favorite.
It's not your fave.
You know, it looks like even after their win at the Major last year, he might emerge as their main star, right? But wasn't really able to fulfill that potential. Had definitely his moments. But it's always tough because the AWPer is the one position where you would like to count on him getting his, right? When you're setting up the round for him and he's in good positions, just finding those frags, because a lot of the macro and the game planning revolves around that.
No, I know you're not going to have all the answers here, Henry, but you know,
I'm going to try.
When it comes to Counter-Strike inconsistency and AWPing, you've competed as an AWPer.
Sure.
Missing the easy ones, hitting the hard ones, I mean, what can lead to this? What can lead to inconsistency as a professional Counter-Strike player? I just don't know.
I guess, it comes down to the individual, whether it's the game plan, whether they don't have enough kind of...
mentality? I don't know.
It is difficult to quantify. I guess for me, my favorite AWPers are the ones that like to dictate where they're going each and every round. They have the confidence to call for the ring game leader.
Might be a keyword here, yeah.
And I'm not sure he's that character. Just from the outset, I'm not sure he's the one calling his plays, but time will tell, Alex. We'll see if he can step up in this particular duel. 910 has been very good. He's going to be a formidable opponent going into this series, and he's the last player remaining. Bear in mind, no force here, just a bit of a walk in the park here.
I love the 910 lore. This whole idea of like, yeah, he wanted to play Dota, but there was no Dota in Mongolia, so he just like played some Counter-Strike.
How good was he at Dota? Was he like an actual
pursuing a professional career? Yeah.
Really? Wow.
Obviously, no Dota to be played, and so decided, I guess I'll play the game that everyone else is playing then. And the idea of he's like a country boy, you know, I can see him on the plains, you know, with like a hawk on his arm, riding around.
On a horse with a bow and arrow.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if that's maybe a stereotype, but I think it's a cool one. It's a cool stereotype, at least.
Better than most.
Yeah, look, listen, British people, bad teeth, ha ha ha, but riding a horse, fish and chips.
Yeah.
Much better, much cooler to have a hawk and a bow and arrow.
Not even gonna mention my country in that sense.
Well, there'll be no bow and arrows in this particular round. We got rifles across the board here for the Mongols. No AWP, of course, but they took the eco in the second. We'll see if they can start finding some depth here. On Mirage, it's going to be a bit of a bonus situation for NAVI with the MAC-10 on Lecti B. Bits with the Galil and a bit of aggression presented by the Mongols here. Blitz looking for the opening frag, and he might just find it up against the aforementioned MAC-10. A little bit of an exchange there. He has got a helmet, so the MAC-10 shouldn't be too much of a problem, but it's all a ruse. We have got a bit of a set piece being set up here, as they have got 4 players in towards the B apartments, but thinking better of it, exploring their options towards the underpass.
Am I stupid, Janko? But why do you start 5B and then immediately walk 3 back? Did you see something you didn't like? The block smoke could be enough to call it off?
Yeah, probably they just had something prepared in terms of how the Mongols opened their rounds, and then it's like, okay, we have a lot of utility, there's a lot of time, we don't need to do this right now. NAVI, notorious for playing a lot of default on their T side, getting information, getting map control, always keeping their opponents in the dark.
Yeah.
This is a nice little setup towards the apartments here. I don't think they'll be anticipating Techno. It's going to be Big going down first. Lots of damage towards JL as well. They secure the B apartments. They've got a good retreat strategy as well. The smoke's deployed. And you'd assume Techno gets out of here with the man advantage. Pushing his luck a little bit there. The spam coming through and a boost towards short kind of pins him into that position now.
I mean, he's looking for sure. I don't think he's going to be ready for the Imma's not
looked
spotted.
away at the worst possible time, but still rewarded. Nice patience there in the end. It's back to a 4-4. This definitely favors Na'Vi. Senzu's got his work cut out for him. Blitz rotating in. He's actually doing a good job. The damage inflicted here. This next kill could decide the round. It's wonderful to take it. The Mac-10 applying pressure towards the window. 9-10 can't justify jumping through until he has some backup from Mzinho.
Okay, so it's going to be up to Alexi calling and JL swinging off that contact. Here we go. JL swings in. Job done. Mzinho in the 1 versus 2. JL with nades, but it could cost him his life. His head was exposed there. Fortunately, Wonderful is there. Handles business well. Okay, so your plan revolved around finishing B regardless. It's just if they do this, the flowchart dictates go through mid.
I think also it could be knowing that when they go for a USP eco, right, they buy the M4s, then you obviously can't buy all your utilities. So doing a pop when you don't know they don't have necessarily the incendiaries or maybe the HEs isn't a bad call. You have some Mac-10s left over, right, but Smoke cancels that, and they just did a great job of being patient. You know, it's the fact that they came back to mid, Smoke windows, Smoke top con made the Mongols paranoid a little bit about someone window. You know, Email likes to go there and lurk, and that's why the B defense wasn't as solid.
Well, this is a massive issue for the Mongols. Losing to the bonus round fills the pockets of Na'Vi. They are going to have tons of cash. This one should be quite simple as well. The MP9 is not super potent on Mirage. We've got 2 5.7s, a few SMGs, as Na'Vi just run the default here. You can see them spread out across the map, waiting for initial aggression, see if any mid control comes through, any players towards the underpass. Nothing spotted, as here is Imma. He should have a chance at the first kill. Perfectly executed, nice little jump up. Gets the second, presumably, but it is going to be the SMGs now actually causing a bit of a dent. They take massive damage on Roots, but surely they can find one more. Blitz is low as well.
How is Blitz getting away with all that? Fortunately for Na'Vi, JL has cleared out the A site. That was an important kill to post after Blitz and Techno definitely caused their fair share of bother.
Oh, yes. Not really sure what they can do now, I'll be honest with you. They've got about 50 HP between them. As we enter the 3 versus 2, they have no utility. If they can recover an AK-47, they're onto something. That save will be worthwhile. They will be buying up next round. This was just a partial investment. But it is 4-0, lads.
It is.
Quite the start.
Yeah, I mean, the added context, the panel, what do we call it? The sofa.
The sofa, gang.
The gang, yeah.
The fun bunch.
That's better. Yeah, the fun bunch have already discussed the head-to-head and why it has some caveats attached to it. Senzu obviously just their first kind of tournament back after his injury, but it was a convincing win for Na'Vi. And I kind of come in with the same expectations right now.
What is it? It was 13-3 on Mirage when they played in Katowice. So
yeah.
Doesn't bode too well, considering the way it started.
JL's confident interview as well, where he just said, you know, it should be 2. Probably won't see that third map of Dust 2, but he is already pointing that their strength lies in Ancient. I've seen Mongols. In fact, I was watching Techno Face It POVs last night. Just fragging out Mzinho's. Respect to Mzinho. Love that guy. Actually, hasn't got a frag yet. Neither has Senzu. Okay, so those are 2 notable omissions. We'll need to see them step up as we get into the guns. 9-10 on his AWAP.
Come on, Mongols, give us something now.
It's coming.
Some signs of life. Let's go. 2 players towards the window. Incendiary down top of middle. Alexi B aware of the possibility of that push up towards middle once again. There's 2 players towards Palace. Suggests some things afoot. We know Alexi B likes an apartments pop. Especially on maps like Inferno. Definitely do the same here on the likes of Palace. 3 players there now joining in. The bombs up there as well. Showing presence towards B. And they're rotating over Alexi as well. So he'll be the one to deploy the initial utility. And presumably a few flashes, a smoke and spawn, a Molotov out. And in they go.
Yeah, this is going to be, I think, smoke bench and then walkout taps with Wonderful holding stairs. But let's see what this smoke does to their plans. Does it just delay the timing of it, or do they change the call altogether?
I love you can see the dialogue. Like there's in their body language in the server, there's a clear conversation being had.
Time is of the essence. We're hitting the 45-second mark. Still have majority of the utility, lots of flashes. That's a potent smoke though. You might have to recalibrate this one slightly now. They do send 2 players towards the A ramp.
Yeah, there is a downside to apps pops, is that it's a very tight choke to smoke.
Have a smoke at A ramp. They are in a lot of trouble right now.
Okay, he's got help as well. Mzinho, hair clips in, moisturized,
Nice
ready.
fade. Doesn't quite connect.
Damage. This is the fight Mzinho's waiting for. Yeah, Bit just presents the back of his head. Oh, going for the upgrade. Greed, one of the deadly sins, at least for Mazinho.
10 seconds.
You do need to see that bomb move, but it's moved to the floor as Blitz gets it. Picked up now by JL. They can get him off the bomb. Techno should have this. Wins the round. A spray through the flames. And it's Mongols on the board.
Oh, he thought
Valiant.
Molotov was going to protect him. It was a pick your poison moment. Where do I go to the plant? They come in connector, they come in spawn. Unfortunately, it was the latter, denying the plant. And great lockout from the Mongols there. The fact they managed to run the clock down to 15 seconds before they even committed. Sure, NAVI came out on top in terms of the trades and the duels, but still, denying that plant. Still a very close round. Mongols not out of the woods just yet.
Yeah, a little bit unfortunate for NAVI. Mongols, just the plan from the start of the round pretty much was to leave mid, so no smokes for connector from their side or anything. I feel like if they sensed that NAVI was actually putting more resources into taking mid, they were going to just push the extremities or something along those lines. Seems like that molly in the end did more harm than good.
Yeah,
for NAVI.
I think you're right. Absolutely. Well, there's the first on the board for the Mongols. 4-1. They do recover the AWP, but a few concessions there. Mzinho down to this at SMG, and this is a very important round here.
That's a stone-faced killer if I ever saw one there, Henry.
He knows what he's up to here. He knows he has to step up. We'll see what he can bring to the table. This is the round that decides their fate, if you ask me. They end up giving this one away. It's a harsh reset. NAVI have come out on top, and most of the Angels so far. Alexi be willing to take one right now. Smoke in hand, though. He'll be deployed close range. He can swing with the SMG. There's the swing. Mzinho comes out on top. Wonderful will find a pick at the same time. Man advantage for now for the Mongols.
Oh, 9-10 and Mazinho are two-man in this whole defense. No need for anyone else. A flash to set up the MP9. He doubles up. 9-10 gets one with the AWP.
Now we got a game on our hands. This round really was very important, and they've presented a perfect setup here, reading what might be coming on the other side. Nice swing, perfect weapon for the job of that MP9. And I think all you can do here is save. The bomb's down. You're segregated as players, so just got to join up and try and hold on to the weaponry.
Oof. I mean, that's bleak, but I mean, just mad props to 9-10 as well. Mazinho clearly must have called for that, right? Or 9-10's offered it, regardless of how the conversation was had. A great way to destabilize the court. It's very rare to see teams go for something like that off the rip, Yanko. Like a three-man walk Palace go. Like what were you expecting if it's just like an A anchor gets overwhelmed early? If you just kind of flood out the Palace?
I think for me it feels like one of two things. Really, either it's just in terms of preparation, knowing that after they've been around on A, then they're going to fight for mid, and the second thing just being after you go shut down on A and not really going for mid control, NAVI that trying to think ahead. Okay, they think we're going to play default, take mid control, they're going to focus more resources on mid, so a side hit should be where they're weak, but Mongols a little bit stubborn in their setup in that sense. Mzinho plays close up with an MP9. Maybe it was just something, you know, you theory craft a lot, but it could be as simple as Mzinho only had an MP9 and he said, I'm going to play close, and then 9-10 said, all right, I'm going to play ticket then, and I'll have flashes for you if they start executing, right? Alexi kind of optimistically throws an 8 set from bottom ramp, really, and you know, Mzinho just asks for a flash, peeks.
I mean, that's a gamble from Alexi, throwing that kind of util. He knows this could be someone.
Absolutely.
Also, I'm not sure how he's supposed to flash for the apps players. Maybe, you know, they're just trying to go for the element of surprise, but Mongols have no problem shutting that down.
A couple of attempted boosts here for NAVI. Desperate times call for desperate measures. They are all in with the pistols and the saved AK and AWP. Shot rattled off, and more so towards middle. Senzu will make the first incision here. Blitz looking to continue the success and dominate this part of the map. Nice grenade towards Alexi. Chips away for 25 damage, even more so now. And yeah, their options now very limited. They do have a couple of smokes. The AWP is still in play, but that AK is gone. Got to try and recover that, one would assume. But 9-10, more than ready to thwart their efforts.
I think it's also interesting to see NAVI buy here behind the saved guns. Like saving on T side, obviously a lot more different than saving on the CT side. You have to look at two things. First, your loss bonus compared to the equipment value that you would lose if you die. But you also need to look almost 2 rounds ahead, right? Okay, so what if we save this? What will be the money of our teammates? And if they eco the next round, what will our money be the round after? So this way, what NAVI is doing is, you know, okay, we're going to have bad money, so let's just buy, but the buy is weak, and if they lose this, then they have to eco, and it's gonna start to spiral a little bit.
Well, they do recover that AK-47 at the very least, so this round's not a foregone conclusion necessarily. 30 seconds makes things tight. They are going to pop the smoke towards Connector. Let's see who comes out on top.
Wonderful posted, but 9-10 connects. Alexi B, however, in the meantime, does remove Blitz from the equation, wrapping into this Techno B bomb site. With 18 seconds and now an AWP posted. JL's already crossed that sight line. Flash to force the AWP wide. Techno delivers a double, and that's round.
Damn.
Convincing defense of his bomb site there from Techno. It's got a one-round game now, and those AK-47s are held onto as well.
Should be a tied game after that one. Machine, you can see the cash is looking rather bothersome for NAVI.
Rather bothersome, the most British way you could describe it.
They're averaging about $2,500, so yeah, maybe some P250s and Deagles at the very top end, but the loss bonus accumulating now.
That's why this is one of the things that sort of irks me, you know, when it's very difficult to save on T side when you don't have a big loss bonus. Like for it to work out, unless you win the immediate next round.
Which is what they're obviously gambling.
And sure, it's hard to go for a 2v5, but in my mind, oh, that's a nice entry.
That's a huge entry.
In my mind, if you go for a 2v5 and find 3 kills and die, that's more worth it than saving the guns, because it's such a huge risk. It can really hurt your economy for almost the whole half.
Okay, there is a conversation to be had here. There is definitely a conversation, because by getting that kill, they know it's forced a reaction. He just got double HE'd on Palace.
They've got the bomb over towards B. You can see Bit has the Kevlar to work with as well, but down to 40 points of health. Speaking of damage inflicted, Techno gets a taste of the Deagle.
It felt like a real opportunity. Like the round could have gone wrong for
They have got a smoke here. So their options, they can have a smoke towards short, the pillars, or smoke off the window, and they are going to deploy towards window right now. So down it goes, trying to keep players over towards middle. The B bomb site's relatively vacant, Alex. We are going to see Techno alone with no utility. Senzu rotates him with the AWP, though. This should be fine, but bear in mind, he's got 8 points of health. One Deagle shot will take him down. Yeah,
I mean, he just can't miss this shot. Which he has. Okay, well, maybe Techno can make up for it. He's already defended his B-bomb site valiantly before, but wonderful with a double dig into B. It's actually crazy. 9-10, he seems to be aware of the potential walk-up from him there. That's a very brave duel, but wonderful continues. He needs to reload that dig. He's only got one bullet onto the bench. Will he hit it or will he reload it? Fires off a missed shot. Blitz advancing in the 1 versus 2. Alexi playing for the bomb, playing time. Blitz advancing! It's wonderful! 4 on the dig! Outrageous! A turnaround for NAVI.
The sort of round you can't afford to lose, Yanko.
Yeah, in MR12, actually. He's going to tell you all about it. MR12, those are the rounds.
It's so punishing, right? Mongols fortunate that their economy is still strong enough that they can buy. So this could just be the one round that they give up, right? But obviously on paper it was supposed to be the equalizer. You keep it moving, you can great, and let's see if they go immediately for a fight on mid.
Imma, this is brave.
He's got lovely pathing though. You can see the smoke down. Covers him as he makes his way towards a window. He's looking to vault up there quickly. He loves to work that bench. And it's going to be JL clean through the smoke to find the player at a window. Thankfully, Senzu does offer one up in return. That's Alexi B and Imma falling shortly after. 9-10 vacates the premises. Molotov down to try and flush him out, but JL hungry for a fight here. Aware of the possibility of a player towards a ladder room. Doesn't get the vision just yet.
I feel like it's coming eventually. He's going to synchronize with Senzu's angle. Just like that.
Oh, JL. I didn't think he had that. Good pick. 3 on 3, anyone's round here. Time being a bit of an issue for NAVI. Mongols have been very good at deploying late round utility. They have 1 smoke remaining on Mzinho. Bear in mind, he's towards A alone. Player towards that ladder room still, as NAVI trying to coordinate themselves into a B bomb site attack. Who's defending though? It's 9-10 and it's AWP. Going to be very difficult to get past without taking a casualty.
Can't help but feel that JL might overlook Techno being in that same position. He's killed Senzu there.
I think you might be onto something there. You're right. This is a guaranteed kill for 9-10.
Oof, he even had a bit of a hang time on that. Still takes down Bit, and oh, it's just too comfortable for 9-10. They got openers there from NAVI, but 9-10 picks away at them. 3 kills in a comfortable fashion for the AWPer. And yeah, now that Deagle round doesn't necessarily have too much of a ramification.
Yeah, as I said, they were lucky that their economy was so strong that despite losing to an eco...
4v5, Senzu equalized onto Alexi, then 9-10 hit him, right.
Still had enough money to buy in this one, and you know, this 3v3 just Counter-Strike really, let's go B, and that's where they have 2 players in a 3v3, not something that you would expect. So nice little read from TheMongolz, and another sort of a half buy for NAVI with 2 AK, so they have more than they had the last time.
Well, bear in mind, Wonderful had 6k going into this round. If they don't pull this one off, it is going to limit things going forward. We'll see whether they can make a dent again. It was Bits. He managed to find valuable kills with the AK-47 previously, but 9-10 in a perfect position to shut down this A attack once again. Will he strike first blood? Yes, he certainly will.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see whether they can recover this. Bit has brought the bomb in, gets down the ladder, but a Molotov forces JL wide. It is a missed shot. Bit doesn't make that same mistake. Mzinho's gone, but that looks good. Helmet. How's Bit done it? He can't be stopped. Actually, tell a lie. Senzu proves me wrong. And no chance for a plant either. It's just going to be a very comfortable finish here. Imet losing teammates, and he's got no Kev behind that AK-47. So Mongols set for a 5th.
Certainly are. Immer with no Kevlar, no grenades, recovers the AK-47. Senzu is low, I suppose, but there's no way you give him anything to work with here. Force the plan and work together. They shouldn't be taking any casualties till he has to commit to the C4.
Yeah, the Blitz has said, I have his cross, right? That's what he's
locked in.
He's got it covered.
It should be absolutely fine here, Al.
Very passive. Jump spot from that CT player as well to ensure safety. Blitz. Yeah, time to perfection. Catches that cross towards the jungle. Mara seems quite content with that one. But it's very early stages in this best of 3. I will say it looks like Mongols are definitely putting up a better fight than last time. What did you say that Mirage
13-3.
Yeah, so already looking a whole lot better.
I think it's also interesting, you know, they go for this half buy. JL just buys Kevlar, nothing else, right, with the Glock, so maybe he can pick up a gun and jumps out immediately out of apps, and then he's the one who gets the gush on 9-10 that Bit finishes. That's what
moved. So the aim punch?
Yeah, exactly. That's what caused the aim punch, but fortunately wasn't enough for NAVI to steal one more away.
Yeah. Lovely little alley-oop, but we're getting to the closing stages of this first half. Wonderful, aggressive, and punished. 9-10 has got his number. As he gets that opening kill, another advantage here for the Mongols. They really are onto something here on their opponent's map pick. Difficult in terms of the resources, the firepower. You've lost your AWP, you have 2 smokes remaining, and it looks like the aim duels are going more in favor of the Mongols at this stage as well. Imma, bear in mind, only on that Galil, trying to work towards connector. The smoke goes down, and he has control. Confirming no one's there. This is his trademark move on the bench. Trying to find those picks, trying to catch an AWP like Senzu off guard. We have got the double AWP set up just to note now to close out this half of the CT side. What do they do at this point? You've got a Molotov and an HE. This is going to be raw deathmatch to try and make their way into the A sites, and the AWP's waiting for you. I don't see a world where they pull this one off. They have to time the synergy between the ramp and the apartments perfectly.
9-10 should have the first. Comfortable and allowed to get away. JL unable to finish his meal. Nate doesn't finish off 9-10 either. And yeah, Mzinho, he'll punish Bit. Static in the open. In their next challenge, Mzinho racks him up. And it's a 6th for the Mongols.
A flawless round. What more could you ask for? And they're actually likely to get a 7-5 here, boys. They've got $3,000 per player, and NAVI just limping into these bomb sites now with no utility, and 9-10. He's not going to miss these shots. These are easy by his standards.
I don't know if the Mongols maybe switched up things significantly from how they usually play, but NAVI in gun rounds, you know, hasn't been that great, to be honest, outside of the very first one.
Okay. We said he likes an apartment's pop. He's going to have to be something quite marvelous at this stage. You got your MAC-10s, your Tech-9s, your Deagles, and Senzu. Like we said, that secondary AWP, the flashbang's going to have to be a thing of beauty. It's certainly not. And he's willing to take the second duel as well. Doesn't dismount just yet. Can he find a second? They're trying to bait him out. Goes to the Deagle at this point. They're being bombarded with utility. Grenades being deployed left, right, and center. So much damage en route. NAVI can't break through.
They have been held back. Senzu very brave.
That's a big kill.
Good nade, and JL strafes in, trying to find Techno. Instead, just finds a nice death. Alexi B, the only one who can maybe call the shots to get them out of this. He's under the window, hoping for an overextension from Blitz. He's looking for answers mid, and he's found more than answers. An instant deletion of Wonderful top mid. There is a conversation about that flank, but Alexi...
A quiet one.
Yeah, it's never mind. It's a whisper. It is a whisper.
And I think that's half.
Yep.
What were they down? They were down 4-0. And NAVI are only able to post one single round on top of their initial lead, 7-5 on their opponent's pick. Mongols are looking good to trot.
looking flustered, Harry. It must be time for a tactical timeout.
Yeah, it's time for a quick reset and a refuel.
Saucy.
That's creamy. Hey, did somebody...
Where did it come from? Well, that's saucy.
That's creamy. Hey, did somebody call me? No.
Give me some of that.
I'll give you some of this. How about that? A second half first map in this quarter-final. Mongols meet NAVI.
You know, actually, Navi could have used some of that, what was happening to Flashing when they were going A, you know, instead of nighttime, just posted up ticket and getting a free kill every single time. That would have been helpful.
He looked way too comfortable. You're onto something there, Yanko. Mongols somehow, someway recovering a 0-4 deficit and taking the lead at half. We go 7-5, a very important pistol. Navi are down, but certainly not out. And we're going to send 5 players towards the A bomb site here. Mongols focusing 3 players towards the apartments. They've got smokes. They've got 2 AGs. Yanko, where are those going? Guess spawn maybe, right?
Tickets,
Double nade spawn?
Yeah, probably for ticket.
Oh my god, Bit. That was more information than he bargained for. 2 players in the palace, communicated now, rotation through. JL's positioned by that bench, but CT trying to be seized. Oh, Mazinho baits the shot! Oh, and he turns on him there! Oh, a disaster until JL arrives! Double kill, quick clicks, wonderful chips in. It's only 9-10, he can win this! Oh, but not if JL, he keeps hitting him. Good grief, Mazinho gets info and a crazy stylish kill, but then JL just sweeps that problem under the rug.
It was looking so promising there. Mongols had so much ground, so much space. CT spawn was looking like it was under control. I suppose at the very least they got the bomb planted, but still that round felt like it was theirs. Amazing contributions there from JL. Takes himself up to 10 kills. And I'm assuming we see a force buy in the second. But you don't have to, I suppose. We'll see what they bring to the table. I can see some Tech 9s being purchased. Those are the crisp shots from JL, as mentioned. So 1 AK and 4 pistols. More of a tactical approach required here. Initial smokes towards connector and window will be deployed.
Oh, where's the deagle for Mzinho, man? He dropped the AK. There we go.
Okay. Oof. Problem solved. Everyone's got what they need.
That would have been BM, you know. You drop an AK to your teammate, you don't even get a deagle. Have to play with nades in a Glock, man.
Uncool. Uncool.
There's always a world that can steal this one away. We'll have to come down to tactical prowess, though. limiting vision for the CTs, pouncing on vulnerable individuals. Alexi B is very much alone right now. Player towards short. They can find a 1D there, which is unlikely. He's playing it to perfection in this sort of round. Get the information, drop your util, block them out. But Techno has found a slight gap here. Pressure now being applied.
Yeah, Alexi, he has got JL in support. Spots him out. Does deal with the dig on Mazinho. Turns around at the wrong time. Distracted by Techno. And now Senzu removes one of the rifles. Alexi needs help. His head's gone. And Techno hits a banger onto that third rotation. No way back in for Bitten. Wonderful. Jobs are good. And
it's a beautiful round by the Mongols, but we have to take note of a few things, right? Mazinho is the only one who drops a rifle. Everyone else prioritizes utility over the Galils, which is something we see a lot of teams do nowadays because they're so cheap. You just buy a Galil, maybe you swing mid or something. Yeah. But they had the utility to throw the early mid control smokes and a couple of flashes, but then also to re-smoke window and top con, right? So now you could see, I think it was Alexi on short, a little bit paranoid about, both sides
of JL. That was JL's
JL, yeah, and then Senzu is obviously the one on a little bit of a lurk from Cat. Blitz is noisy going back, so they think, okay, they're just maybe have vacated the mid, and that second kill from Senzu really seemed round clinching.
That is a disaster to lose that round if you're NAVI. This is worse than losing the pistol, in fact. You get the reset on the loss bonus. They did save some weaponry at the very least, so not all is lost, but still, this is a real rough situation. Blade can feel it. He'll call for the timeout, trying to rally the troops here. It's wonderful, top fragging at 12 and 7. JL at 11, but we need to see more output from Bits, especially the talisman of NAVI, haven't acquired one so far, but they are going to force fully into this next round. This could decide their fate on their map pick. 8 and 6, the Mongols, bear in mind, recovering that 0-4 deficit, are looking super sharp now in every facet of the game. Everyone nailing their shots. Techno 4K up to 14, 9, 10, 13 kills. Great output, and a bit of a actually the perfect weapons of the job. MP9s are famous against players without helmets here. They can definitely coordinate themselves to a lovely victory. Win this one, it's eco for NAVI, and they're in a world of hurt. We'll see what they've got in store for us in round number 15. Ambitious deagle angle for JL. See if he can pull it off. You just have to spam when it feels right. No one home.
Mongols taking their time, wanting to bait out the utility from NAVI, just a sort of a slow, a little bit of a defensive mid default. You can see there's only one smoke left on Bit, a couple of flashes. Oh, actually Alexi had one more, just picked it up now. And a 4A stack from NAVI. Let's see if Mongols have the correct read. They're about to put some B pressure.
Yeah, they absolutely are. Couple of nades towards the van, trying to pull players over at the very least. The bomb's top and middle for now, though. Going to be smoking window once again. Senzu and Co taking some damage at this point. Wonderful, having great output with that saved M4. A couple of kills now. The conversion on damage blitz, and Techno 4K, he'll be going towards the underpass. Back and forth we go. Who will come out on top? It's back to a 3-on-3 with damage inflicted, and the man advantage given over, courtesy of the HE. 3 versus 2, Bit and Alexi B with an MP9 and a 5-7. 30 seconds on the clock, and they could be walking into a slight stack here. Both CTs on the premises.
Yeah, Alexi's going to be in a position to kind of...
Come on, Bill, what we got for us?
Oh, he can't get away. That's an important kill.
Winnable.
The same, yeah, certainly not impossible. 9-10, low HP, and an instant death. Techno going to go across this sight line. He's given it a go with the 5-7, but, I mean, Techno's favored in this one. Unless he picks up a Molotov. Interesting dynamic now.
No kit, bear in mind.
4 bullets for Techno. He'd have to hit the perfect headshot in that format, 4-bullet spray or reload. Backs away CT, planted open on that triple, picks up the kit. He's definitely got, had a successful shopping trip as Alexi, but he still needs the headshot.
Molotov spawn, I suppose. Go for the defuse. There it is. Might just go for it. You assume he won't have a kit in this sort of round. Has he pulled it off? No.
Again through the molly. That's twice we've seen Techno pull that off.
Can we please have our Mongolian translator in the production, tell us in the comms if someone commed that when they killed Bit, they saw that he had a kid. No, just joking.
Yeah.
But maybe, you know, whoever died to him or killed him actually noticed that he had a kid right here.
You wouldn't anticipate it on this sort of round.
Drops on the stairs, so maybe it was communicated that they picked it up because, yeah, I mean, that's the only reason why Techno goes through a molly to
exactly.
Sort of
well,
eke that play.
Scary moment, but they come out on top, and now you can see the ramifications reflected on the weaponry of NAVI. USPs pretty much across the board. Bit does go all in with the Hero M4. Like I said, not massive output from him so far. If he can step up, that'll be a welcome addition, but oh my god, max damage on 2 players towards short. You can see about the Kevlar, you're extra squishy. But going through the motions once again, Mongolz looking very comfortable on Mirage so far. 1 round away from double digits, and this one looks to be a lock-in.
Yeah, there's no way in for the NAVI.
They're stacking B on the NAVI side. 4 players in there, and it's just the opposite of what you want to see in this particular round for them. We're going for an A attack. No one home. Round pretty much over already, unfortunately.
And I think in that previous round, looked good for NAVI for a second. Ime commits fully to kill the dinged player, and obviously he's in a tough spot, but I feel like the other players got a little bit seduced by the gun that was top mid, right? Wanting to potentially upgrade and keep fighting. Lost the advantage. The pressure was on the Mongols at that point in time. So a couple of close rounds slipping away from NAVI, and I mean, just gotta praise the Mongols for their composure. I mean, they're looking super solid. It's what I talked about a little bit on the couch. You know, they're not gonna do anything crazy, you know, and stuff that you haven't seen before, which is crazy in its own right to talk about an Asian team or the best Asian team we've had ever, that they're just more fundamentally sound than their opponents, right? Imagine someone telling you that 5 years ago, but that's exactly their strength, and the fact that individually they're playing with absolutely no fear. Like, they have no problem peeking you, swinging, taking space, and very sharp individually, and that's why they're such a nuisance to go up against.
And just looking at players like 910, we've seen most of his shots, and I would say 90% of them are landed. The ones you want to see here, the easy ones. No crazy flicks, nothing too flamboyant, but in terms of the shots he needs to land, he's delivering the goods each and every time. Final timeout here from Blade.
And check this out as well. Mongols have not burnt a single one. You do want to talk about composure. There's a great embodiment of that right there.
Even when they were 0-4 down.
No problem.
That is
no
actually
stress.
a very valid point. I like that. Well, Blade, what have you got for us? This is spiraling out of control. You can't find any footing. The star players aren't showing up. It's going to have to be a team effort at this point. A tactical masterclass required from the coach. Will they change their stance? Will they try aggression? Will they go for 2 AWPs? That's not even a possibility right now. Mongols have got a huge reservoir of cash as well. At least 1 more full buy and a couple of rounds away from map point on their opponent's pick. It's Ancient up next, and Dust 2 have required. I think it might be today. You know, we'll see where round 17 takes us.
Yeah, I mean, definitely starting to look that way with a 10-6 scoreline on NAVI's map pick. I mean, Ancient is going to be up next. Mongols making a strong case for a quick day in the office. Will things change here? Ime looks like he's been flashed and forced away out of the mid-fight. Techno goes and asks questions of Alexi. He can have the nade. Gets away. 2 points of health on your Bianca.
That's rough. That is really difficult to deal with now. Alexi B walking around half dead.
Yeah, look at the reaction as well. There's 3 members of NAVI hanging out here.
So, to clarify, they've got no kits, no utility. They're going to boost up JL. Someone needs to step up and go absolutely massive. Spotting the barrel, but tempted in with this swing, and Senzu is ready for it. A bait and switch. Popping of the smoke towards window yields nothing. A little bit of damage towards 910, but they're just going to pump the brakes at this point, surely. The bomb's down in T-spawn. They've already got the opening pick. They've bled out every single piece of utility on the CT side now. They have no kits. They can't fend off an attack. They can't defuse the bomb in the clutch. What's the next move here? Alexi B with 2 HP. He just has to play CT spawn. This is looking really, really quite bad.
And you want to talk about fundamentally sound. You've bled the CT's utility out and got an opening, and you've got 40 seconds to find the finish. It's just perfect.
He's going to boost up Shore here.
You can see how they have options in the 5v4, right? With 9-10 being in con with the op somehow, but they're going to push wonderful.
Can he do more? I mean, he does need to hit the next, and he has done so. Senzu removed, isolating Jules. Bit chips in on that mid lurk. Bomb's bench, 17 seconds, pressure on Mazinho, and he does release some of it with that kill. A second is crazy, removing Ime. He makes it a 2v2, and that a 2 HP on Alexi. Not going to be easy for him, is he? Oh, Bit, you have to win this duel. You can't win this duel now. Blitz will close. Mazinho and Blitz, the left, right, good night. Double kill for both, 11 total for Mongols. Big smile on Mara's face, and you can't blame him. That was a very convincing round. That was really convincing.
Do they have another timeout? They might need one.
Yeah, right. Mongols could call a sympathy one. Here you go, boys. You want to talk about it?
Dude, you're 11-6 down. Look at the barrel of map
Look at this
point
death as well.
stage.
From MS POV.
See the barrel, and then the swing comes through. It's got to be by design. I don't know. That is just too perfect.
Yeah.
Mzinho as well. Some beautiful contributions here. Digging them out of a hole that Wonderful started. And we got an opening kill. Speaking of Wonderful, where was that?
Yeah, that was so fast we didn't even get back into gaming time. He's just 1D, the top mid player.
Top and middle with a deagle. Okay, Bits.
Okay.
Finding some form here. A 5-on-3, still a lot of work to do.
We've seen Navi, struggle with the close of these. You get on early advantages before, but we haven't seen them necessarily cleanly close them out.
Yeah, I was going to say, was that a missed window smoke? But actually, maybe 9-10 just with the best pawn wanted to peek it and Wonderful 1-dig them. But yeah, 3v5. We've seen Mongols just win a 2v4, so can they do it one more time?
I think they might be able to. Looking for some basic map control right now. A B-split looking likely. Bear in mind, Blitz alone with the bomb. He needs to be very careful not to give that up. The round will be over if he goes down with nothing. Trying to flush out Alexi B. They're doing a good job finding JL as well. Alexi B, a lot of pressure. Back to a 3-on-3 it is. Advantage Mongols for sure. They have full bomb site control. Wonderful. We'll have to hit another shot from the heavens here.
He is begging and pleading for everyone to look at him while Bit works.
Bear in mind, Wonderful has no Kevlar as well, so he can't take the ambitious duels he would like. And Bits on the flank. This needs to pay dividends. He's up against the AWP, but not giving anything away. Should be a kill here.
Should, but Senzu's just been insane.
Damn.
That was a quick adjustment from Senzu.
They've played this so well, Mongols.
Yeah, they're looking like they're on there.
They don't take another casualty in the 5-on-3.
To completely turn it on its head. It doesn't. Oh, you hit a great deagle shot. Congrats. Oh, Bit, you've pushed Palace. Congrats. We're still going to win this round.
Oh, it's not your best one.
Oh, it goes from bad to worse.
They just can't win fights, Navi.
Oh, yeah, you know, right. Like, I think that's what it comes down to.
Even the favorable duels, they're losing them. I mean, individually, the Mongols are much sharper, and then on point, they're doing a great job with covering each other. Utility, that was a nasty shot from Wonderful.
I have a theory. Could you clarify? Check the opening duels. I think Navi have a significantly more openings than Mongols do. These constant turnarounds and these disadvantages.
Yeah, it's 10-7 in favor of.
And look at the score.
Actually, 11-7 now.
11-7.
6 in a row required now, boys. It's not looking good. There's no one about. Wonderful is probably having the highest amount of output.
Yeah,
that's great. He's your AWP player, but dude, Ancient up next. Mongols have looked unbelievably good on that map as of late. This is a really worrying sign for Navi fans across the world, because Yanko's right. Navi are just not hitting their shots right now. It's a nice demonstration from Imma in that previous round. They just look quite flat, quite weak. The vibes are down, and now they need 6 in a row just to stay alive here on Mirage. Feels like we're done here, but can they find any form towards the tail end?
So they're just going to try and flash Techno into this fight up Ram.
20 kills for him, by the way.
Yeah, he's ahead of the util. He's looking for JL, and that's the fight he takes. So perfect on the pre-aim. And he's just going to keep progressing. Yeah, Bits, Famas now noted, flies up the ladder into Techno. Techno's done so much to enter into a 22 frags deep. He's owning them. Nice shot from Wonderful back. The bomb goes down default, doesn't hit the wall bang, but Blitz goes hungry, searching, and fragging up a Storm. Double kill. Wow, it ends just like that. Alexi B, yeah, 5 kills total. Techno, he's got a double entry, and Alexi now has to find a double in the clutch. Spotted out, they get the info, lovely. Smoke, interesting, an invitation to Alexi to try and get tricky with it. Yeah, Blitz is going to get a jump scare, gets the first, can't turn around, and what a clean close that is. Navi's turf for the Mongols. They show up in a massive way, 13-6. That's not even close.
Kills, they don't let the T's settle, and to me that feels the pretty much only way to win that round, or at least the best way. And also with bit towards A. It feels like he's more towards mid, and then Wonderful kind of is the A player with that AWP, but we'll see what their approach is against the Mongols.
Well, that first map felt a little bit flat. Let's see if we can get some energy in the arena. We are going to have Mongols on the T side here. A couple of smokes and a Molotov. It's going to be Julies all round for Navi, Ima, and Wonderful wielding those. And it looks to be an A split through middle. And we've got 4 players making their way towards A main. So maybe just the A execution, smoke down towards CT spawn. And Donuts, in we go with the Molotov behind the default box. And then attempt the plant.
The question is if they go full contact, because Bit's so close in Donut, he will hear them as soon as they start to make noise, but they've already opted to just and elected to walk. Bit aware of that possibility, checks on that internal timing.
Here come the smokes.
Does he have a smoke to block? He could die if he pulls this out. Yeah, opts to stick with the USP. Going to play in front of this Donut smoke. Does have a little bit of vision here, but the flash is perfect behind that big box. Well, you want to talk about retaking A, Yanko? They're going to try and do it right here and now.
With a bit of luck here, Navi can't find the spam. The retake utility deployed. It doesn't really do much damage at all. Mzinho gets scratched upon impact, but they've got no kit for this retake.
They
so
wasted their flash. Ooh.
Good shot from JL. A missed boost has actually given them a man advantage.
Yeah, okay. No control for Na'Vi. Flooding into the site now. This is a big fight to win. Bit successful. Senzu's going to be hard-pressed to do anything with that Glock, and it's just body shots. Wonderful needs to finish the job. And again, it's JL with a multi-kill on the pistol. His USPs look good today. And it does bring home the first round of Ancient.
Not a single kill against the retake there. Very efficient from Na'Vi, holding on to that Kevlar, Julies. But the bomb planted, though, does suggest we'll see a force buy in the second, so not out of the woods just yet by a long stretch here. But that was a disappointing start for the Mongols. They did everything perfectly up until the point they had to kill their opponents.
Can they win another second round force?
They probably can.
Yeah.
The way these guys are hitting today, I wouldn't be surprised.
And like you've been talking about, Yanko, I just watched Mzinho refund a Galil and get full nades. So I guess that is a priority for the Mongols. Not a single rifle or primary weapon. Everyone on the sidearm and nades.
Absolutely, and let's see what they have in store for us. Is it just a simple delayed B hit, or is it going to go for something a little bit more advanced?
So red smoke, cave smoke, now donut smoke. They've invested 3 smokes to take mid, and it's just the one man. It's Blitz. Flash over the doors to try and take some early space ramp. And a block smoke from Na'Vi in response. Blitz starting to go asking questions of this red room. JL partners up with Bit for a re-clear.
They have good timing here as they re-clear mid.
It's only Alexi, like, sure, you'll kill Blitz, great, but that bomb's on its way. Long, short, both smoked. Alexi B calling for aid. The spam from JL may bait them in. Oh, Mzinho's hit a banger. Clears him out. Alexi gone. Bomb down.
Oh, I think he was safe from the spam regardless.
Just about, yeah. I think you can hit, like, maybe his toes.
Oh, that's a huge kill.
That's a big death.
Okay. The retake now is going to have to be something quite special. Smoked off again towards shore, limits their options even more so now. The pistols are hitting harder than ever. JL, can he step up? Apparently not. It's going to be Mzinho with his 3rd in the round. Wonderful. Nothing to do, nothing to say as Na'Vi give up the second round once again.
Man, I actually just have to kind of like sit back in awe of how well structured that round was. You can see the whole intent. Okay, if we put enough mid presence, one of the B players is going to come partner up with mid to re-clear it. If there's 5 Tech 9s there, Bit doesn't stand much of a chance on his own. And so with JL leaves and departs and leaves Alexi on an island, 4 players flood into that site. It's just perfect. Well structured, good read of the situation, and manipulating Navi's defense.
Great shots as well upon entry. That Tech 9 looking dirty.
We might get to see it from his POV. Look at that, just instantaneous.
That was it feels like the most important kill, followed by the second one, because Navi is still in a 5v4, right? And sure, they conceded the bomb side, but if they can execute the retake together, they have a chance. The problem is they don't get the opportunity. Just the kills coming in from the Mongols, and they were always on the back foot in that bomb side.
A lot more mid presence from Navi this round. They do force buy in the second. 3 pistols in towards middle. Into the smoke towards the elbow, but they get nothing for it. No damage inflicted. They still have 3 smokes on the CT side. Bear in mind, Wonderful with the M4 as well. This looks likely to be an A execution, though, more the same what we saw in the pistol. And in terms of Wonderful's position, he's currently towards our B bomb side, so this couldn't be better. We have got a lurker in the form of Techno 4K. He's got the MP9 tucked in towards our pocket area. He could get some action soon. He knows it. On high alert, expecting presence from the cave. And it might just be a contact play here. We got smoke down towards Red Room as they make their way in towards the A-bomb side.
Yeah, Ima and Alexi Interesting approach from Ime. He's thrown out a smoke that will make things interesting. Can push through that with a flashbang. Rotations on its way. Mazinho looking to try and get that bomb down. Blitz, however, is going to have a free frag onto JL.
Free as you like.
Oh, it's just lined up so perfectly for the Mongols here. 1 by 1. 9-10 just takes the double. Nice diversity to their playbook. This time testing A, and again, it's Alexi alone. It doesn't matter which bomb site he's on, he finds himself alone as the exec comes in. And furrowed brow for Bit. That's not a particularly enjoyable experience for the NAVI players. Again, just feeling like you're getting kind of toyed with.
Getting kind of owned.
Yeah,
right now.
Yeah, actually. Look at this. That's how you go down. That's how Ima's going to die. And again, for JL on the back side, again, Blitz just seems to be one step ahead.
Everything's just accounted for. Everything's still so secure and safe. And even more so now, boys. We've got a full eco here for NAVI. He don't look too happy, does he?
Face 1,000 words. Bloody hell.
All right, then. So $0 invested. A chance, I suppose, of maybe a couple of kills with this mid-stack towards Red Room. They don't even have a flash, though, to really activate it. It's going to be challenging when the smoke goes down and hoping to catch someone out of position, but Blitz is playing it perfectly once again. He's going to farm with the M4, the perfect weapon for the job. Easy does it, on for the ace. He doesn't quite get it, but still, it's a very convincing finish.
Henry, remind me, did we have you play chess against Blitz one Pro League season?
We did. I played the London system against him, and he laughed at me. And then
he played the Mongolian response.
He did, yeah, he absolutely battered me.
And it feels like Alexi's is in your shoes right now, just on
absolutely.
the server.
Yeah, massive material advantage right now. Mongols will have so much more in terms of firepower, utility. You can see JL just entering with an incendiary. Do they have kits at least? They do not. This is going to be rough. Mongols are just in cruise control. Once again losing the pistol, but recovering. Alexi B, nice little maneuver here. Could be the double kill they're looking for. Much better start here. 5-on-3s have been a problem, though, for NAVI in the series so far.
Okay, well, I love that the solution has been found at the start. JL even gets away there. You get your nice advantage. Who's this? It's a head-to-head Bit versus Mazinho. Contact into the fight, spots him out, starts to go wide. Bit calling for backup. The Molotov will force Bit into a fight. Gets away.
This is still looking precarious, not going to lie. The fact they've got a player snuck in towards the temple, 2 players are low here. If they get a spam through the smoke, the round is back on. They're not going to be saving this one, let me tell you. They're going to go for it. Nice little boost, but there's the spam through the smoke. Imma will get one in return.
An important response from Imma. It could have got very awkward if that was not responded to. Now for Senzu, boosted up, and Blitz with the bomb. There's a lot to trifle with here. Wonderful. Does have that headshot angle, does nail it. Just a quick composed tap to the face of Blitz for NAVI. Senzu, his first contribution, and it's a 1 versus 4, now 3.
Yeah. Bombs at his feet at the very least, and 2 players low. I don't think this is impossible. If he had a smoke, he'd actually be looking pretty good, but as soon as he plants a bomb, they can choose to sacrifice whoever they like and then just lock down on the bomb side. Should be absolutely fine here. And Imma secures it. Nice round from him. Gets a couple of kills there. Same story for Lexi B. Bear in mind, I started with the B lane push there. Great flashbangs. And the T side didn't stand a chance. They will deploy their first tactical timeout here as we go 3-2. The money's very strong for the Mongols, though.
And you want to talk about first tactical timeout? This is the first timeout from Mongols, full stop. We didn't need one on Mirage whatsoever. And yeah, it's going to be a chance for the coaches to get on the mic. Did they call it at the end?
They used one at the start, no?
No, they had 3.
No?
They still had 3. When Navi called their last, Mongols still had 3. That was like...
Talk about trust.
Yeah.
In your team and in your IGL.
Look at the synergy on this. I can't believe there was an immediate extinguish. Like, Techno just got that out so fast. Didn't matter in the end. Wonderful through all of that util, setting up his boys, and then contributing an important headshot.
Yeah. Pixel perfect there. Just above big box. And a big round for NAVI. Need a lot more where that came from. You can see Alexi B trying to rally the troops here. The mood hasn't looked good in their camp, but a bit of the FAMASIS round, but we do have a couple of AKs within the ranks as well. This is a very common run boost, not quite nailing it. They're still vaulting up towards ledge.
And they're going to test him with a break.
Oh, no way.
What a headshot from Blitz. A real dreamy start, Bit.
Oh, no bullets. He ran out, he had like 4 left.
Ah, brutal. I wondered why he was going for the taps. Makes sense, yeah, but okay.
Taps. Dude, they are looking so sharp today.
That's a very convincing.
Techno 4K with 20 plus on Mirage.
You want to talk about it though, like, you know, sure, fundamentally sound, but they're shooting harder too.
In those entries, I think it was Blitz who got he got the kill first and then died immediately. It's like, how did he have time to grab that one before dying? And those make all the difference, right? Because it buys enough time and the attention from the CTs for his teammates to sneak out A main. And JL, sure, he got his head blown off, but you could tell he wasn't necessarily ready for that fight at that time.
Yeah, I think the fumbled run boost as well just makes things extra like discombobulated. No one's really sure what to do at that stage and what the procedure is. Everyone's caught with the flashbangs and the spamming buttons for the smoke, and then they actually creep through the smoke. You got nothing left. It's a real nightmare to deal with there. Not to mention the shots they're hitting with these AK-47s. They will save a couple of rifles though at the very least. So down but not out. Money is very tight. Do they want to fully invest here? They can drop MP9s or FAMAS, I suppose, but it's a pretty dire situation, so they'll go for partial investment around it.
Yeah, it's a tough call, but I think the correct one is to eco here.
That shot Blitz hit as well. Like, we've got to address how quick that was. Yeah, bemused JL.
They need one of these rounds to go in their favor, just to revitalize them. And a little tricky push from Imma could be just what the doctor ordered here. Wonderful gets tucked in, but it's a very common off angle. You're normally pre-firing this, if not just flashing it like that. Good dink, I suppose, but still, that's one of the rifles removed.
Yeah, Senzu's made no secret that there are two A main. He was making a lot of steps. They get blocked, and let's see what Blitz's reaction is. It looks like he's actually calling his troops to peace out, just park the one on A, lines up his red smoke. And then a waltz through mid with the bomb. No one home from NAVI. It's just that donut sightline being held. JL.
You're just praying JL hits a banger through the smoke at this point. That's kind of all you've got. Clamping down on the A sides are NAVI. A hope and a prayer. That's all that's remaining here. Round number 7. JL.
Good luck.
Home for his Desert Eagle. To be fair. Not this round, though. They've got a boost going on.
Yeah, but that's why Senzu's here. And actually timing bit, yeah, tries to punish. Imma doesn't reveal his position. Blitz in the meantime. Oh, it's just too perfect from the Mongols. 5 alive. 5 alive, running into a stacked site, no problems.
You can buy this round, Yanko, but you're averaging 4K per player.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit better, but they definitely are going to lack utility. Still no op on Wonderful unless he decides to go for just a glass cannon.
Protocols as well. Like I said, it's a good off angle, but commonly checked. You don't see many teams like flashing it like that, though. Just perfectly read. You can see the frustration for Wonderful there.
I think you just hope be able to get away with something, but just Mongols with all the good reads at the moment.
Tactical timeout deployed. Things starting to spiral again. Another pistol victory, but nothing but one-way traffic since then.
And the question is, they've had success. You know, the one round Navi won was by crunching B lane, right? So feels like a little bit too obvious to just call that, but probably something in the same sentiment. You know, some aggression, taking a risk, leaving one side open, just taking the game to Mongols, trying to find an advantage early.
All right. Guns are out. Lexi B with the FAMAS here, M4s otherwise. We've got Senzu looking above the flames here. They are trying a little bit of aggression towards those B lanes once again. We have got Alexi exploring his options towards Cave. Confirming no one's a ledge at the very least, but Senzu taking a lot of space here. It should have it. There it is. Nice opening kill. Finally an advantage in their favor.
Nice off angle.
Yeah, really valuable. Should see a slowdown now for Mongols. Alexi's still forward, so this is a free equalizing frag if you nail it like that.
Does take heavy damage, but still so precise with the aim. Techno 4K really is feeling it today.
Okay, Techno. Cave going to be occupied now by Mongols. A reblock on ramp. Techno will tuck. Makes it much harder to call Cave clear. Even a jiggle, you wouldn't be able to report him. You'd have to go wide into the blitz crosshair. Still cautious as well. They still have a lot of, like, absence of information. Wonderful's just gambling B with the boys.
It's the right call at this stage. Molotovs and smokes deployed, vision removed, who will post the next kill. It's a great flashbang. JL now stepping up to the plate. Can he get the double? Certainly not. Man advantage given over. This was an opening kill from NAVI as well. Finding themselves in a 3v2 deficit. The retake with 0 grenades, no kits available, and the firepower looking weak. Hoping to find damage through the smoke. Wonderful gets nothing for it, gives away his position towards long. Imma will join him in the footsteps, and now they know both players are here.
Do you say?
I just don't see a world. Do they win this? How can you?
You can't anymore.
They're going to hunt him now.
It's the
Good luck,
headshot.
Wonderful. So a 5-on-4 advantage given away. The money being so low, they just wait out the initial utility, bleed them out, go in together and nail amazing headshots once again. Looking so sharp. He probably gets this one as well. Mzinho, does he check it? Not quite.
So you went from a Mirage where Techno went 22-8 plus 14. Now it's Mzinho 11-3 to start us off on this T side. Blitz as well has been looking like he's hitting some blinders. So everyone is in their just top form.
Dude.
For these playoffs.
Another partial buy.
Yeah, dude, their money's been in the bin.
The entire way.
Like, these games can get away from you. It's just very brutal. And also, look how, like, he had 2 bullets before he even started shooting, just didn't hit the head. And the AK does dispatch of Alexi. Nice shots from Mzinho as well. They've basically, anywhere they've gone,
Hit a pre-firing every corner as well and is hitting the headshot.
I mean, they were even in that 4v4. They didn't put pressure anywhere else on the map, you know. They didn't try to make Navi second guess. Wonderful made the correct rotation. They were 3 in the side when the hit came and just still couldn't really hold. And the problem is, that's why I say, it's not really maps, T-sided, CT-sided. Nice entry from Wonderful. But the A side is completely open. It's all about the economy. You know, after the T's win that second round, your first gun round that you're going to get for Navi, it's not going to be great.
All posted on this defensive line. It's actually quite good work, though, from Wonderful. Applying some good pressure here. Bear in mind, the only player with the rifle, it's still a massive advantage here for the Mongols, and it's Wonderful. Can keep this up, gets the triple kill. The AK-47 coming to life here. Man advantage once again, but in the flames, burning to a crisp. It's all Aruso, and Alexi B comes out of the donut and secures the round. A miracle from Wonderful, and a much-needed round for NAVI.
Well, there's a pacey retake. Yanko, you don't even let them get the bomb down. Just running at them. I love that distraction. Whoever that 5-7 was pushing CT, like, his main objective was have them look at you.
Take all aggro.
Yeah. Donut comes in, synchronizes. It's a nice double from Alexi.
That's just what they needed. Tactical timeout from the Mongols. Want to slow this down before it gets going. But Wonderful has the AWP now. AK-47s win the ranks as well. NAVI need to come online right here.
Yeah, I think that's exactly the main point here. The round is great, but you finally have full utility, an AWP on Wonderful, and good weapons, and hit a couple of bangers here. Mongols trying to react quicker, couldn't really cover themselves well with utility, and then just Navi kept sending bodies, able to get the trades and steal a round away.
Huge round. Wonderful carrying them to a couple here. He was hot on Mirage as well, the only player turning up. We'll see now if the Mongols can rebuttal. Can they find another winning play? It's going to be Alexi B. Had a rough time here in the cave.
Ooh, fight, head-on collision.
Nice position.
Yeah, he
should be on for a couple here.
Unless you flash him, but he's ahead of it. Nice one tap to the face of Techno. Imma needs help. Alexi chips in, but it's Mzinho's double that equalizes, and now a 3v3 transpires. Up the ramp is 9-10 Zorp. The flash and the swing. It's good for a frag. Wonderful delivers, but Senzu claws one straight back. They can't get an advantage, then they can't hold on to it.
This is a nice little maneuver from Bit, though. You won't see this coming.
Oh, really? Oh, really, Henry?
Apparently you do.
Oh,
I don't know what to tell you.
Fuck me.
I don't know what to say about that one. That's insane.
Oh, Mzinho, he takes out his hair clip.
Flames here?
Yep, why not? Why not? Through the flames, and oh, he can't hit it.
Nice
Wonderful
idea.
gives it a go. 16 and 4. It's a 4K from Mzinho. Doesn't matter where he goes, he's delivering damage. And that pre-aim on Bit, I don't know how he's ready for that.
Disgusting.
Disgusting. It was fucking one of yous.
Oh man, that was wild. Just as Alexi B, I said he's going to get a double kill here. He delivers and the round still collapses.
It just feels like they can do no right. Look at this. Sit down.
Every kill seems like a pre-fire.
It's also perfect timing for him, you know. He doesn't have anywhere else to look than that angle once he walks up to there, and that's exactly when Bit walks into the angle.
It's a fine, I believe.
That's a fine.
It was more of a love
Gentle
tap than a
punt.
hit.
Yeah.
Partial investment might not do much for them though. Lovely call here, just a nice little A-take. It's the go-to anti-eco on Ancient, and it's paying dividends, boys. Spamming them down.
You can do no wrong, Henry.
Blind kill coming through. Apparently JL though can actually find a bit of footing here. He wants to recover that AK-47 if possible, but taking so much damage from the utility.
Oh, you kill for a kit in this round like this. A smoke on the bomb. Chaos as they all push in on the Pandemonium. Hang on. Wait, Imet onto Blitz is a conversation starter. JL continues, but now the Tech-9's out and it's no problem. Just like that. 910 swaps to the sidearm, saves the round. He's only got 5 kills. 3 of them were in that round. Massive from 910. When his team need him, he delivers. 8-3. This T-side Ancient, they are speedrunning their way to the semi-finals.
Absolutely, and I just want to give some props to Mara as well. I mean, you said they didn't use a single timeout on Mirage, even though things started off poorly for them. He used 2 timeouts, and both of them right after Navi won a round, and they were able to immediately win the following round, deny Navi any momentum, reset them right back, and be in the driver's seat.
Well, here we go. The final round of this first half. Could be the last map of the day. 2-0 looking very likely here, and another compromise setup for NAVI. A truly world-class performance from the Mongols so far. They've been knocking at the door of these top teams for a while, slowly but surely becoming one of the teams you're really scared of. And it's down to that factor, the precision with the AK-47, the brute force mentality as they get a double kill to open up this B bomb site.
I just the way this game's going, I was suspecting that wall back to fully connect onto Alexi.
What can you even do now? It's over. Start the monologue.
I want to see that Senzu shot when we come back from the break. I want to see that, just deleting an AWP, but peeking into a favored AWP line, just your head visible.
Get him out of here.
Nails it. Yeah, I mean 9 already. Imet delaying the inevitable. 4 rounds separating the Mongols from a semi-final here at EPL Season 21. It's beautiful on one side and quite the opposite on the other.
fighter. Player 1. Player 2.
Is this going to be the first time Mongols beat NAVI, and to do so to secure the semi-finals? 4 rounds separating them, Yenko. It's looking good.
I will tell you, maybe a silver lining for NAVI. Mongols had a similar game, a quarterfinal at the Major against MOUZ on Ancient. They were also 9-3 up as T on Ancient. Even 11-5, 12-7, and then landed up losing in overtime. A different environment, though, and the way they've been playing, it seems like it's destined for them, but let's see.
Let's see indeed, Yanko, as we get into a must-win pistol. I know we throw that around a lot these days, but this one more than ever. It's going to be an execution in towards B. All 5 players here for NAVI. Smoke down at the top of the ramp, courtesy of the Mongols, though, and we'll see where they commit in terms of final play. It's going to be Techno with the Julies. Able to connect. Wonderful. Has been showing strong form. Nice Molotov. Makes things very uncomfortable now on the CT side of things.
Yeah, I like the layering of util, and through that smoke, but Senzu deletes JL, can't track the swing, and another one right next to you. What? And goodbye! Navi's hopes fade in a flash.
Oh my god, it's absolute pandemonium on the B bomb side, but somehow, someway, the Mongols position themselves perfectly inside the smokes, around the flames, perfect crossfire.
That stuff, DJ, look at that. Absolute cinema, you're right, Freya. Look at these shots on the fade. Hello? Hello? Hi. Oh, he's right next to you, is he? I'll get him, don't worry. What is that?
Oh, that last one.
Why is JL on his own pushing through the smoke? Where's the second player? Okay, one is throwing the nades, but it feels like if maybe there's a teammate with him, he's able to get the trade and maybe they can get into the site.
No real kills found, no bomb planted, leads us to a full eco.
An eco 10-3 down.
Yep. It's rough out there. Bear in mind, if you look back at the first half, they only get 3, but the way they get them, it was a pistol round victory, a miracle round from Wonderful, the AK-47, and then that B crunch. They win 1 single gun round. Sign of the times here for NAVI after a really disappointing Mirage as well. No one really got going. A single gun round in the first half of their opponent's pick, and now losing the pistol, which has been something that's been going in their favor at the very least.
Even the spam's going in, Mazinho.
Well, you're saying, Henry, the buys haven't been going that great, so maybe an eco.
Maybe it will. Maybe a Glock eco could save the day here.
Could.
Maybe, I guess. Yeah. There's always a chance.
They have a flashback.
I've seen it before.
Mazinho. Oh,
okay, that's a good start.
Yeah, clocks are going to go down.
Not the best finish.
Oh, in a lovely.
It's a good start.
Yeah,
come on.
Yeah, can't deny that. But it is 11-3. And we will get the guns out. This would have to be a masterclass from Alexi B and from the individual. Well, you would have to call a perfect game, and Mongols mouse would have to stop working every round.
First thing that they need is, you know, a 4K 1v3 from Bit or someone. Like, they need the players to...
Where has Bit been?
To wake up. They need some sort of a round that's going to get them to believe, get them to remember, you know, how good they are. Because right now it's...
He's 4-13. Imma's 4-12. Alexi B 6-10. He's had some good moments.
He's
had impact.
Duels. That's it. That's. I mean, it boils down to something as simple as Mongols are just hitting too damn hard right now.
Yeah, they're being outclassed in every facet of the game, unfortunately for NAVI.
Yeah, if he gets this block util perfect, it's very, very frustrating. Here they come, the flash, the spray, he gets it.
Out.
Now they can smoke on top. A HE for good measure, he even gets away.
Oh, you've got to reset the round. You've got nothing now. You've got 1 smoke, 2 mollies. This comes down to firepower, something NAVI don't have today.
Mazinho's got buckets and spades of it. 19-6 for Mazinho. Senzu, spots the head.
Pulled out to 3B. It's not.
Get the freebie.
Okay, that's sick flash from Donut though. Low HP from Mazinho.
Still active, stays active, and Blitz has gone down. This is starting to shape up for a conversion for NAVI. Mazinho alone on A with 4 HP, or 9 to be specific.
Oh, no, not like this, not like this. Okay, thank God for that. Bomb down though, not out of the woods just yet, I'm afraid. These MP9s in the 2 versus 1. How have they given this one over? Mzinho finds JL. They know exactly where Bit is. He's got 35 seconds. A flashbang is spot on. He's spamming blind.
How about a 1v2, Yanko? It has to be. It has to be Bit. He's got to run B now. Up. He is looking to pivot to B, and it could be Mazinho rotating through in time. But he only has the 9 points of health.
He can catch him.
If he can beat the molly. Oh, it's missed the molly. He missed the molly for Speedway. So now Mazinho can just walk up on the plant. He's going to play for this. Bit could get a bit of a jump scare with how close he is, but he isolates the duel. Removes Mazinho. And the 1v2 now becomes a 1v1 with a swinging MP9. There's some motivation for you. That's momentum in a nutshell. Frustrations for Mazinho and a clutch for Bit.
Well, they get past the bonus round, I suppose. Mongols had 2 MP9s in that one, so...
I think Senzu's going to be kicking himself. He knows if he gets one there or gets that information without dying, yeah, that was like, fair play, good shot.
It was a bit of a freebie by his standards. The shots he's been hitting today, like, he would be disappointed for sure. It was a close 1v1 as well. A couple more bullets connecting. It's a very different story. NAVI are online in the second half here. 11-4. Has to be the perfect game from here on out. You can see the nade denying the run boost there towards elbow, and Bits. Is this going to bring him to life? The 2v1 clutch. Time will tell. They've got mid-control established. Smoke's down. Vision removed for Mongols. Very weak buy from them. A couple of rifles here. Senzu Deagle. They only need an advantage early.
That's a lot of information for Bit. They are fighting for mid. B could be the go. Starting to accelerate into that B bomb site. Smoke short, flood out cave, and Techno gotten away with that. Spam in the smoke finds Bit. No response from NAVI. Senzu should be dead and will be, thanks to the JL swing. Heavy damage inflicted to the CTs as well.
Yeah. They're still yet to plan here. Not feeling comfortable to get that C4 down. It's on the back of Alexi B, still at the B ramp. Transitioning over towards the side now. Good Molotov. Bomb will be planted. That's secure. 4-4 retake.
Oh, nice shots. Nice from him. Strings together. A multi-kill.
Have a 2v1.
Still becomes a 1v2. Back-to-back clutches demanded of NAVI. Bit did it, and now Wonderful must. A trade required, spacing poor. Techno down as well. Wonderful and Bit. Back-to-back clutches to keep NAVI with a chance, an iota of hope into this second map of our quarterfinal. And looks like a little bit of visible frustrations starting to come to the surface for the Mongols.
Couple of lifelines delivered here by NAVI. Back-to-back 2v1 clutches. It looked like it was going to fall apart again. The spacing not quite there for the Mongols to get the trade. Wonderful, ready for it. And we go 11-5. Should be full eco here. Frustrations for sure, Alex. You're right. Didn't catch that. As, yeah, should be a bit of a walk in the park here. Finally, some breathing room for NAVI.
Yanko, I presume, like, let's try and get into the head of Techno. The reason he's frustrated is because he wasn't quite ready for the trade. Like Mazinho went before he was ready, or vice versa.
Perhaps, yeah, that just felt like he should have had the trade and just didn't get it. But NAVI is still just hanging on by a thread. But I think it's better for them that they're winning these close clutches than if they were to win sort of clean rounds. I know it sounds a little bit counterintuitive, but, you know, the energy boost that you get, the jubilation of, you know, winning that clutch, that it's all so close, and also the frustration that gets handed over to your opponents, that might be a way in for them.
Well, certainly inspires hope. Looks like a very convincing round here. Mongols are not done yet. They still have a long way to go. A couple of rounds required. They will use another tactical timeout here. Feeling the pressure somewhat. The buy is not going to be great. Distributing the wealth accordingly now.
This is their last timeout as well, right? So Mara will probably have to give some pointers for more than just this round. You can see that despite the situation in which NAVI were in, Blade still has 2 left, understanding that T side is where he can help the team more. And if they were going to win this map, I mean, it's going to have to be a comeback, and he needs to save them a little bit. So we'll see. You know, the reason for the timeout is, well, their buy isn't ideal. You know, no op, FAMAS on Techno, no kits either. So maybe something similar to what NAVI did in this round. Some aggression, a B crunch.
Let's see what they've got in store, Yanko. Every round on a knife's edge at this point. It's going to be JL the opening kill. I say that, but it's a nice trade at the very least. Speaking of trade, Senzu's there in the cave as well.
He started 3B. They've gone away with that, but that's info for NAVI.
Oh, nice little angle here.
He has the shadow advantage.
Such a nice angle. Is he done here? Does he want more? Technically, the round's over. It's theirs to throw. Bits and Imma, the players that haven't delivered a whole lot in this series so far. Bits starting to show signs of life with that 2v1 clutch. Blitz tucked away.
He loves this corner. So criminally undercleared as well, but doesn't matter. Mazinho just swings through red.
So confident, bro.
Yeah.
And now they know where he is. That utility, it's only really thrown from one position, and at this point, you know exactly where he is, and there it is, series point for the Mongols.
For coaches around the world, Yanko, again, Mara calls it, and they find a solution in the next round.
3 of 3.
Yeah, 3 out of 3 times Mara has pulled that lever. It's immediately manifested an elusive round for Mongols.
But now, Coach of the Year 2024 gets to have a say. So
Bear in mind, they win those 2v1 clutches, but still one player survives both of them, right? So you lose a follow-up round, you've had to invest heavily into the previous. This is do or die time right here. They're going to have Galils, Tech-9s, a couple of AKs, sure, but it's far from ideal. Bits with a Glock in hand right now. Presumably he's got a Deagle or something on the ground for him. But this is the opportunity right now to close it out here. Great little sequence towards the cave area as well. The double stack, you just don't see it coming. Perfectly placed is 9-10 on that M4. Lovely off angle. Speaking of which, bait and switch as well. Mzinho peeking from red. And this could be the final round of play, ladies and gentlemen. Bit does get a Tech-9, but it is looking weak. It is looking rough. Smoke down towards double doors on the CT side. Instant smoke at elbow as well. And Blitz more than willing to take this challenge.
Deep nade.
Big nade.
JL takes a heavy brunt of damage, and Techno's going to try and find him there. Jumping out.
No way!
How's he done that, Techno? Charges in through the cave smoke and takes a double.
How has he got away with it?
Not sure. That's a mistake from Blitz, an overstep, and it gets worse.
Okay.
Mazinho, brought down by Alexi, was just completely overlooking such a forward position into way. They found the gap and have twisted the knife. Bit lingers on this elbow smoke. Senzu looks like he wants to stick around and clear that corner upon the fade. Doesn't clear it. Oh no! Bit doesn't find the instant headshot, and Senzu does oblige. 9-10 removes Wonderful, and Mongols a 2-0. It looks so good, but Alexi stands in their way. Molly on the donut player. Info on 9-10. Heavy damage already inflicted. He just one-bangs him straight over the box. Alexi's gone. NAVI is escorted out of Pro League at 2-0. Mongols besting the black and yellow. Comfortable conversion, and it's a team they've been struggling to beat, but they do so convincingly here at EPL Season 21.
I said at the start of this map, they've been outclassing them in every facet of the game, and more importantly, their headshots have been sublime. That final shot